Hi ladies, it's Kristen and I'm here for my week 9 update. I hope the lighting is okay. It's getting a little bit later and actually I'm a day late for this too, but I tried to film this earlier today and my phone kept running out of space, so I had to go take some pictures off of it because I had all the pictures from Corwin's birthday, Sadie's birthday, and my trip to visit my parents on here. So I took those off, and now I think there's enough space, but my voice is tired because I've already taught 2 classes now, so forgive me for that. I am kind of glad that I waited till today to do this because I had an appointment this morning. And I was really tired this weekend. We had a birth last week on Monday that I wasn't expecting. The mom was a couple weeks early, and then I had to do a postpartum follow-up visit with her on Tuesday, and then I taught classes on Tuesday that I couldn't teach on Monday because of the birth, and then I had a home visit to go to, and it ended up being a pretty long week. And I was just tired, so on Sunday I just kind of stayed home and relaxed. But anyways, so this morning I went to my primary care provider's office to ask for blood work. This is actually the first time I had been to that office because our family doctor retired last summer shortly after Mom had the stroke, and establishing care with somebody new wasn't high on my priority list at that time. And so we just got assigned to somebody who is actually only 15 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes away from my house, which is really nice. We live out in the boonies. And one of the problems I had, even though I loved our family doctor before, was her office was so far away, like a half an hour to get there, that it was hard for me to be consistent in taking the kids. Not that I feel terribly strongly about being super consistent, especially not for well baby visits when you're not going to be vaccinating. We do selectively vaccinate, but we don't do everything. So anyways, but I do I like to have that relationship with a care provider, and especially for things like this, like when I wanted to get the blood work done. I just like having that baseline blood work in pregnancy. I think it's helpful and interesting. So I went in today. It was a really good experience. I was really pleased with the office. I saw a nurse practitioner, nurse practitioner. Both of them were really sweet. Gave me the order for the blood work with no problem whatsoever. Basically just listened to me breathe and told me that I look great, and that was really cool. And then actually our hospital has an outpatient lab right next to the clinic, so I was able to go over there and get the blood work drawn, and that went really well too, like the 4 vials, and the phlebotomist there, she was great. She chatted with me about my kids the entire time, and so I was even surprised that she was like, okay, you're done. And I was like, wow, you got however many vials of blood in that short amount of time. So I'm still a little bruised, like in my elbow, or I guess inside of my elbow, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't terribly exciting appointment or anything. Now that I've got that done, I'll probably make an official appointment with the midwife. Of course, I'm a student midwife with the practice, so I'm there all the time anyways, but we have a staff meeting on Monday, and I'll probably ask her about setting up an official appointment then, because I do want to sit down and have an official appointment with her. But let's see. So I'm 9 weeks today, and like I said, nothing super exciting going on. I've just been really tired. Last week was really hard on me because I overdid it the week before with the traveling, and then so many appointments. And then, really quite eventful early part of the week last week, so I was just tired. I actually feel a lot better right now. I taught my Mama Baby birthing classes and a Smart Mama Happy book study class today, and those tend to actually be pretty energizing for me. I mean, I'm tired, but it's tired in a good way. I just did a lot of work, not the blah tired, which is kind of how I've been feeling. I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to really get back into things like working with the business and stuff. I've got so much that I need to do to try and get ready to be able to take a nice long maternity leave. So that's something that I'm really thinking about. How do I make sure that I can fit all that in, especially since I'm definitely having fatigue as a first trimester symptom, and just that blah. I just want to sit around, which makes me feel kind of useless. I'm not getting any studying done. I'm not getting any work done. I'm not doing much with the kids and their homeschooling, and I just feel kind of guilty. homeschooling is probably the easiest thing for me to do, and like working on getting stuff set up for next year so we can make that transition smoothly. Like, because when I say next year, our next school year will start not too many months from now. But anyways, so I've definitely had a little bit more nausea this week. It's like, I don't know, it's like sneak attack nausea or something. It just comes on. I think this weekend, like looking at my computer screen was triggering it. Sometimes like just changing positions or doing something different, opening the refrigerator triggers it. Even though we like scrubbed the refrigerator, I don't notice any bad smells or anything, but I don't know, it's just opening it will trigger like this, kind of gag reflex. It will happen when I look at certain things like that bother me. So like Sadie and Honor had a baby doll who got broken, so her little legs weren't staying on anymore, and Scott had her on his dresser, and for some reason that was like seriously making the gag reflex happen. So I had to move it. And that's just silly, it's like, why would that happen? Other symptoms, and I will show you, because I have this on, because I was starting to feel kind of sick while I was doing the book club on the phone. So I put on the relief band because I had that in here with me. I've got a podcast episode where we talk about this. And it looks kind of clunky, but at least right now it's kind of under my shirt. And also lots of people are into wearables, so it's not as unusual. It definitely does seem to help. So I've only worn it a few times, 2 times actually while teaching classes. Again, I think staring at the computer screen, which I'm usually doing during a class because I let people submit questions by typing them into a question box. I think that is one of the things that triggers it. So I've been trying to read more or just look away from the computer screen, sit elsewhere, spend some time with books. It doesn't seem as bad like on my Kindle screen, but the computer screen and even the tablet screen definitely make that happen. So other symptoms, so fatigue, the nausea, like coming in bursts. I haven't gotten sick. And like ginger stuff does seem to help. The relief band helps. Other symptoms are, cravings, definitely cravings. I won't say like horrible aversions, but I am like, that doesn't sound good. It's like I've made, we always do crock pots for Saturday. I get the crock pots ready on Friday afternoon, evening, so that on the Sabbath I don't have to cook. And so I've done like a stew, like a beef stew kind of thing for the past 2 Saturdays, and it's been like, that doesn't sound good, though when I eat it, it tastes really good. But so there's just that kind of aversion, like, I don't want that. But then definite cravings. Interestingly enough, it's for pizza and chicken nuggets, which is just so weird. I always love sub sandwiches during pregnancies, but this time it's like very definite. Oh, and another thing is like I don't really want sweet stuff. Like a little bit of chocolate, but before pregnancy I'd have like a couple squares of dark chocolate every night. And even now it's like I don't want them. I don't really want anything sweet. People suggest sweet stuff and I'm like, ugh. I might be tempted by like a cheesecake, but I don't want anything sweet. So it's all wanting like savory, hearty stuff like pizza and chicken nuggets, and so that's weird. I've had like a fleeting craving for ramen noodles here and there, which is something that's been typical in pregnancies for me. So I actually used, I made faux ramen noodles today with healthy noodles. Cognac root noodles, I think is what they're called, like miracle noodles. Some people call them that. So that worked really well. It definitely satisfied the craving. So that was cool. I haven't really done healthy chicken nuggets or healthy pizza yet. We've had unhealthy frozen pizza a couple times, but I found a recipe to make like a healthy pizza crust, and I think I might do some of those maybe next week after we grocery shop. And so that will be helpful for that. And I also found a recipe for chicken nuggets that's similar to a recipe that I've already done. So I'm going to try that one too, maybe to make some homemade ones to take away the craving for the really bad store-bought ones. I haven't gone to McDonald's or anything yet, but I've done some store-bought ones. So I want to replace those with good ones. Otherwise, I really feel like I've been eating pretty well. Another thing that I wanted was bagels. So Scott got me a package of bagels, which probably aren't the best, but ultimately I don't think they're the worst either. So I'll enjoy that package till it's done. But yeah, otherwise, I do feel like I'm eating pretty well. Like I mentioned last week, my appetite's definitely picking up. I haven't had the problem this week that I was having before, where like I would eat and feel stuffed, maybe once or twice, but I feel like my appetite's more measurable. I feel like eating more frequently is becoming more important. Like I'm more likely to feel that nausea if I haven't eaten recently. I was kind of happy today at the doctor's office because I weighed a little bit less than I did at the WIC office 2 weeks ago, which was encouraging that maybe that weight really was from travel and eating airport food and stuff. So that made me feel good. It's still a little higher than I wish it was at 9 weeks pregnant, but I'm going to grow healthy babies, so that's what's important. I've been working on perfecting yogurt in the Instant Pot, and I got a little Greek yogurt strainer it wasn't very much at all, on Amazon, and that works great. So I can make kind of Greek yogurt, which is really nice because that's something I always love. So yeah, so I think I'm doing pretty well with food, and symptom wise it's just fatigue and that nausea here and there, kind of like I said, like stealth sneak attack nausea, but it's not persistent. The only, what I'm really hoping is that I can get back kind of the focus and the energy to do things with the kids and also with the business. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. And we announced Scott told my mother-in-law, so then we announced on Facebook and I announced publicly to the list. So I'm actually going to be able to get all these vlogs live, which is really exciting. So anyways, yeah, so I think that we're doing really well. I've been watching some other pregnancy vlogs and saw like where they featured their kids and things in there. So I was thinking, like, if I can try and think of a way to incorporate the kids in, I will. Or if y'all want to see some specific things like a day in the life of or anything like that, you can let me know. I'm kind of new to the vlogging, and especially like vlogging with sharing things and stuff going on with the family. But I'm happy to do that or to consider that or see how that might work. So we'll think about that. For now, I think I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. So sorry about my hand there while I climb off the bed. I am wearing a skirt and sweatpants today, though it's much warmer. The nurse practitioner today told me that she thought that I wasn't showing at all, but I feel like I am. So I'll show you like with my shirt down, and then I'll do like a belly shot. So I definitely feel like I'm showing some right there, because that was not there a few weeks ago. I mean, I can like suck it in, but it's not really comfortable anymore. And like I can definitely feel my uterus. And then, oh, I've got a shirt tucked in today, so let me untuck that. So there's your belly. There's my sweatpants. So let me get like a side view. So again, nothing like really poking out, but I definitely feel like there's a thickening there, though like when I feel my uterus, it's still way down here. So maybe this is bloating or a little bit being displaced, because I can definitely feel, sorry, I'm trying not to get the fan in there, ladies. I can definitely feel like my uterus, it's above my pubic bone. And that's probably because I'm number 8, but, we'll see. I think it's probably definitely displacing some stuff already, or at least that's what I'll tell myself to feel better. But otherwise, right now, I gotta go finish getting dinner ready for my family. We're having black bean soup tonight, and see what I can do about actually getting these vlogs live. And I will talk to you next week. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see in particular, and I will be happy to do that.